With a Key and a Kite by Wobbly-Headed Dollgaper. Chapter 7. When Philip was born, Alexander prayed on his knees that he would inherit Eliza's gift, his prayers clumsy with lack of practice. He hoped that all their children would be gifted like her, strong, hale, likely to live 100 years. He doesn't get what he prays for. After Philip's death, Alexander and Eliza retreat like wounded soldiers to the Grange. No political parties, no public events. Alexander practices law from time to time, carefully, shields so tight that a telepathic judge complains that Hamilton gives him a headache with the veracity of his control. Alexander had always relied on Eliza's strength, had relied upon being unable to hurt her. Twice over now, he has had to confront his own stupidity. She had been angry about the Reynolds pamphlet, her pain a low, dull thing cowering behind her rage. Now she is sad, lost, and it is so much harder to bear. He finds her in the garden. The other children are in the nursery, Angelica helping the nursemaid care for her younger siblings. The end of the garden, far from the house or from other people, is where he goes when he cannot maintain his shields any longer.
"Eliza?"
He starts, then stops, for once at a loss for words. She's lost weight in her grief, the fine bones of her face more prominent. "Alexander," she says remotely, looking at the patch of spring flowers. "Shall I leave you here?"
"No,"
he says quickly and takes her hand.
"No, I wanted to ask you something. May I open my shields with you?"
They had done this often during the first years of marriage, as a means of communication or a previously unsuspected spice to their loving. Alexander had shared his desire for her, reflecting back her beauty, and they had kindled each other into ecstasy. Since the Reynolds pamphlet, he has made only one disastrous attempt to push his emotions on her, trying to make her understand why he had so ruined their lives, and she had understood only too well, driven to tears in her betrayal. Otherwise, he had respected her wishes and let her be. More than anyone now alive, she can clearly distinguish her own emotions from those Alexander projects. She cannot be manipulated by him anymore, only informed.
"Why? I want to show you you're not alone. I don't deserve you, I know. I've brought you so much pain. But I won't compound my many errors by abandoning you in your grief."
Her face lightens underneath the lines of mourning graven into it. "You always think you can fix things."
"Not fix. You're not a broken thing to be mended. I want to—"
He cuts himself off, starts again.
"Eliza, whatever would ease you, I want to give it. And if nothing would ease you, as nothing seems to ease me, then I want only to be at your side."
"Open them then," she says, sounding resigned but more present than she was a minute ago. He tries. Finds he cannot. He's grown so used to having his guard up, it's rusted in place. She frowns at him. He tries to smile at her.
Bear with me. I haven't let them down since—"
He can't remember. Certainly since the funeral, where he'd had to leave the graveside quickly for a solitary cups, and had let loose a burst of grief that had brought a nearby stray dog howling and whimpered to his feet. She takes his hand. "It's quiet here. You can show me." It's like opening floodgates. Grief, loss, I'd trade his life for mine, sorrow, loss, Eliza, love. And that stubborn determination, now applied solely to let us survive this, the children, Eliza. Eliza tightens her grip on his hand, gasping. He pushes his shields back up again, a Herculean effort.
"Have I—"
He starts, then sees her tears, and gathers her into his arms.
"Oh, dearest, don't cry. I've made it worse. I'm so sorry. I'm a fool. No."
She sobs onto his shoulder, and it's 1,000 times better than seeing her stomach and frozen.
"Don't leave me here." "Never, I promise."
He kisses her hair.
"Stay with me.